Good morning. For by this video, we are going to design a one of the interior panel of the flat slab. So we will go for with a one simple examples. So example one: design the interior panel of the flat slab with drops for an office floor to suit the following data. So the given data are the size of the office floor is a 25 meter into 25 meter, and the size of the one panel is a 5 meter into 5 meter. Then loading class is a 4 kilonewton per meter square, and the material used are M20 concrete and Fe 415 HOSD bars. So this is the given data given by a problem. So here the size of the office floor is a 25 into 25 meter. So it is a overall size of the floor. So we are going to design a interior panels of a each one size of 5 into 5 meter. So that means, for example, if a office room have a 25 into 25 like this rectangle, here it is a 25 meter, then here 25 meter. So we are going to split up it here with 5 equal spans. So 1 2 3 4 5 equal spans. Likewise y direction also we have split with here like 5 directions. So this is called a edge panels. These are the edge panels, and here it is a interior panel, one of the interior panel which shows that it both direction it has a continuous panels. So that means it is called a interior panel. So here the problem is design a interior panel of the flat slab. So we are going to design the interior panel. So for the example, this 3 into 3, this here 9 panels are having the same designs. So we design here only one slab and adapt the same design details for these all interior panels. Also the exterior panels also have a some kind of different loading cases and moment calculation cases. So we are going to see it here next another videos. So here the interior panels is a first one its size is a 5 into 5 meter, and it has the loading class is a 4 kilonewton per meter square. That means the live load is 4 kilonewton per meter square. So for designing, we have to we have to adopt the suitable dimensions for this slab. So step 1, slab thickness. So according IS 456 two-way continuous slab, the thickness of the slab should be lie in the ratio of span L by D ratio. So span by 40. That means L by D ratio should be 40. So we need to find the D value is 125. That means the 40 will come out the denomination. So span by 40. So we know the span is a size of one single pan is a 5 into 5. That means 5000 mm. So 5000 divided by 40, its value comes around 125 mm. So this is the minimum required thickness of the flat slab. So we have to adopt the thickness of the slab at the middle strip is a 150 mm. That means it is 125 is a derived from the IS 456. So we have provided a better than thickness. So 150 is more than 125. So we put the 150 mm. So thickness of the slab at drops. That means in case of in case of a column strip, it has here some drops because the design already says with drops. Okay, with drops. Design a flat slab with drops. So we have to provide a drops also. So we additional thickness we providing is a 50 mm. So 150 plus 50 is a 200 mm. So 200 mm thickness will be provided at the point of column strip. So next the thickness are 150 and 200 mm. These are the two major. Is for a middle strip, and the 200 mm is for the column strips. The next one is a column head. So column head diameter is computed as a, so capital D is a diameter of column head. So column head does not be less than 0.25 L. So L is nothing but the clear center to center spacing between two columns. So we know the interior panel size is a 5 into 5. So we are assuming that the center to center spacing between two columns is a 5 meter. So column head diameter should not be less than 0.25 L. So 0.25 into 5, its value comes around 1.25 meter. So 1.25 meter is a we need to provide a column head diameter. So length of the drop should not be less than L by 3 of either direction. So L is 5 meters, so L by 3 is 1.66 meter. So we have to provide the more than 1.66 meter as a drop, length of the drop. Also we provide the diameter of the column head should be less than 1.25 mm. Okay, so then here 5 by 3 is 1.66 meter, so length of the drop should be more than 1.66. So we are adopting the drop width is a 2.5 meter. So drop width is nothing but the column strip. So column strip is equal to drop width is equal to 2.5 meter. So then remaining portions are called as a middle strip. So then middle strip width is a 2.5 meter. So span of the flat slab is a L1 and L2 is a 5 meter. Already we discussed it, 5 meter. So here, so this is the column strip. So here this column strip, so center to center, the center to center spacing between two columns is a 5 meter. Then same thing, center to center spacing between another direction, it also comes around 5 meter. So 5 meter is a center to center. So for the design of flat slab, we have to adopt the some more extra distance for the each individual panels. So here it is a column strip, here middle strip, again it is a column strip. So column strip means here the width is the drops. Okay, so here we see, so this is the middle strip having the thickness of a 150 mm. Here it is the column strip having thickness of a 200 mm. So this portion comes some little drops, that means it is a 50 mm additional thickness. So it is provided at the place of a column head. So here the column strips having a thickness, here this portion having a thickness of a 200 mm, then middle strip having the thickness of the 150 mm. Okay, so next we go for your loads. So by the loads, the self weight of the slab at middle strip. So middle strip we know this thickness is a 150 mm, so 0.15 meter, and 25 is nothing but a unit weight of a concrete. So 0.15 into 25, 3.75 kN per meter square. It is the load under the middle strip. So dead weight due to extra thickness at the slab at drops. So we know the slab having a thickness of 0.05, that means 50 mm. 0.05 meter into 25, 1.25 kN per meter square. So it is the additional thickness, additional dead load caused due to the drops at the section of your panel drops, at the section of your column drops. So again we know the live load value is here 4 kN per meter square. So 4 kN per meter square we putting here. Then we should give the finishes for the slab. So its value comes around 1 kN per meter square as per the IS 375 part 2. So this 3.75, 1.25, then 1 kN all are the called dead loads, and 4 kN per meter square is here live load. So we should sum these all the loads. So if we sum all the loads, its working load called a W, so its value comes 10 kN per meter square. So for the designs we should design a ultimate load. So ultimate load is nothing but a design load with a factor of safety. So design ultimate load WU ultimate, that means factor of safety 1.5 into 10. So 1.5 into 10 equal to 15 kN per meter square. So this is the design load we have going to find the moments. So the next step is finding the ultimate bending moment. So already we know bending moment is nothing but a WL square by 8, otherwise capital W. Capital W means nothing but the overall load for this total load for the that particular beams or slabs. So here M0 is equal to WLN divided by 8. So where LN is nothing but a 5 minus 1.25 is a 3.75 meter. So its value should be greater than the 0.65. That means 65% of a L1. So 65% of 0.65 into 5, 3.25 meter. So 3.25 meter, 3.75 meter. So higher value is 3.75 meter. So LN should have the value more than 0.65 L1. So 3.75 is the adaptable one. So L1 and L2 is a 5 meter. Already we know the distance between a two columns. That means next is a total load. Total load means W. So W load is nothing but a uniform distributed loads into area. So uniform distributed ultimate load is a WU. Already we know it is a 15. Then L2 and Ln. That is called the interior panels, size of the interior panels which the loads are going to acted into that particular columns. So W is a 15 into 5 into Ln is a 3.75 meter. So its value comes to 81.25 kilonewton. So Ln is nothing but a 5 minus 1.25. That is nothing but here we see. So the clear spacing between two column heads. That means the column head started here and they started here. So between these two lengths, that lower the loads between these areas like here. So the areas under between these two column heads causes to the loads for these two columns. So 3.75 is nothing but a distance 5 meters subtracted with a one column head. That means here half of the column width, here half of the column width. So we should subtract this half and this half a column head diameter. So that means a 5 minus 3.75, 5 minus 1.25 is comes 3.75 meter. That's why I am noted that like this. Ln is a 3.75 meter. So Ln is a 3.75 meter. So here total loads we already find 281.25 kilonewton. So we should find the moment. So moment is a WLn by 8. So W 281.25 into 3.75 divided by 8 is equal to 132 kilonewton meter. For the interior panels with the drops, so this is the actual moment 132 kilonewton meter. So we have to split these moments for the interior panels and middle strips and column strips. So already we know the moments are distributed like some percentage. So for interior panels with the drops, so the negative moments and positive moments we have to split up. For the column strip, first we take the column strip moments. So for the column strip moments, it have more negative bending moments, also a positive bending moment. So its negative bending moments is a 49% of actual moments. So we providing 49% of M naught. M naught is nothing but already we find it out 132. So 49%, 49 by 100 into 132, it's 65 kilonewton meter. So this 65 kilonewton meter is a negative moment for the column strip. Also the positive bending moment is a 21% of M naught. So 21 divided by 100 into 132, its values comes 28 kilonewton. So negative bending moment 65, then positive bending moment 28. For these two moments we have to design the column strips. Same thing for a middle strips. The middle strips having a negative bending moment is a 15% and positive bending moments also having the 15%. So 15% of M naught is a 15 by 100 into 132. It's 20 kilonewton meter. The same thing, the same moment also we providing in the positive bending moments also. So its value also a 20 kilonewton meter. So the negative bending moment at the column strip acting at a top of the top faces and the positive bending moment acting at the bottom faces in the column strip. The same thing, middle strip having a 15% of positive bending moment at the bottom faces and the negative bending moment 15% will faces at the top faces in the middle strip. Here step number 4, checking the thickness of the slab. So we already find the moment. By the moment calculation we have to find the thickness checking. So first one, a thickness of slab required at drops. So drop at a portion of a drops, the thickness D, its value mu divided by 0.138 FCKB, well known formula. So B value is nothing but a 2.5 meter. So 2.5 meter is nothing but a width of the column strip, otherwise width of the drops. So place that value. mu's value is a 65 into 10 power 6. Already we know 65 is a negative bending moment at the column strip. 65 is a negative bending moment at the column strip. So we providing here 65 as a moment. So 65 into 10 power 6 divided by 0.138, 20 into 2500, it's 97 mm. So 97 mm is a minimum required thickness for the flat slab. So but we are already providing a 200 mm as a thickness of the column strip. So we have choose the effective depth provided is a D is a 170 mm. So D dash effective cover will be taken as a 30 mm. So overall depth we are providing is a 200 mm. So overall depth D 200 mm is the actual thickness of the middle column strip. Then let's go for the middle strip conditions. So thickness of the slab required in a middle strip is a D is a mu divided by 0.38, same FCK and B. Here mu is a 15%, so positive and negative both are having a 15%. So 15% means a 20 kilonewton meter. So 20 into 10 power 6 divided by 0.138, 20 into 2500. So its value comes around 53.8 mm. But we are already providing a overall depth is a 150 mm for the middle strip. So we choose the effective depth is a 120 mm and the effective cover is a 30 mm. So overall depth we have provided at middle strip is a 150 mm. So for this moment, for this section, we have to find the reinforcement detailing for this section. So first one we choose the column strip. So column strip negative bending moment we know 65. So mu is 0.87 Fy AST D to 1 minus Fy AST FCK B D. So it is a formula for finding the AST. So mu is 65. So 65 into 10 power 6. 65 into 10 power 6 is 0.87 Fy415 AST. D is a 170. Already we discussed 170 mm. So 170 into 1 minus Fy AST. Then FCK is a 20. B is a 2.5 meter, 2500 mm, and D is a 170 mm. So by solving this, the AST actual required is a 112 mm square, 1122 mm square for a negative bending moment. So it is a actual negative bending moment for the whole strip of the column strip for the 2.5 meter. So we find out the per meter length, the AST required for a per meter length. So here AST divided by meter is a 1122 divided by 2.5. 2.5 is nothing but the width of the column strip. So 449 mm square. So it is the actual required reinforcement for the column strip per meter length in a negative for the negative bending moment. So we choose the 12 mm diameter bar. So small AST for area for this one single bar is a 5/4 12 square 113 mm square required for a 11 mm is a area for small bar. So spacing is nothing but 1000 into small AST divided by required AST. So 251 mm spacing should be required for a center to center spacing required for a two adjacent bars. So we have providing a 12 mm diameter bar as a 250 mm center to center. For the same case, same like this, for the column strip has a positive bending moment. For the positive bending moment, its value 28.6. So same formula will be providing for finding AST. So 28 into 10 power 6 equal to 0.87 Fy AST D into 1 minus Fy AST divided by FCK 20 B 2.5 meter 2500 mm. D is a 170 mm. This is 170 is providing for the column strip. Its thickness is a 200 mm. So effective thickness is a 170 mm. So by solving this, AST required for 2.5 meter length is a 672 mm square. So we should find the per meter length. So AST divided by meter 672 divided by 2.5 is a 269 mm square. So this is a minimum this is a sum of smaller amount of AST. So I am providing a 10 mm diameter bar. So small AST is 78.5. So spacing should be adopted as a 1000 AST divided by AST, small AST divided by capital AST. So spacing values comes around 291 mm. So for 170 mm, 200 mm thickness, I am going to provide a somewhat smaller spacing between two this. So I am providing it a 10 mm diameter bars at a 270 mm center to center spacing. So by this way I am providing a AST provided is a 285. So AST required is a 269 mm square per meter. So I am providing more than 269, so it is a 285 mm square. By the same cases, for the middle strips, it also having the negative and the positive bending moments. So its values, we know negative bending moment is a 20 kilonewton meter, positive bending moment also having a 20 kilonewton meter. So here 20 into 10 power 6 is equal to 0.87 FIAST D value 120 mm, because middle strip having overall thickness 150, so FT depth is 120. 1 minus FIAST divided by FCK 20, B 2.5, D is a 120. So by solving this, its value comes around 474 mm square. So we have providing a AST per meter length. So AST divided by meter, 474 divided by 2.5, 190 mm square. So 190 mm square, actually we need to provide the reinforcement for bottom face also a top faces also, because 20 is positive bending moments also 20, negative bending moments also same 20. So we should provide 190 mm for both faces. So I am choosing a 10 mm diameter bar. So 10 mm dia bars at the spacing of 300 mm center to center. If you find the spacing like previous cases, so its value comes around more than 300 mm. So I am providing a 300 mm center to center for the spacing. So its AST provided is a 262 mm square. That was greater value compared to required AST 190. So 262 is a more than 190.